So, Eric, I'm going to start with you. John referenced CS90 and Mainstream as examples of projects where things didn't go to plan, and we've all been on those projects. And regardless of the outcome, whether benefits were realised or not, without a doubt, significant lessons are learned on those projects. So what advice would you give to senior execs on starting out on a transformation project and how to run a successful transformation?
So I think I may own the oldest core banking system on this panel. Would we agree with that? Hogan, right, been around, I think 300 years. It's COBOL, still has some assembler code, right? And when we're talking to these tier 1 banks or tier 2 banks, and especially ones that run Hogan, you know, there's a lot of technology conversation that's happening, and I do think that's utterly important to the success. But what I would say to anybody wanting to entertain a transformation project is the business buy-in and the business rationale of why you're doing it is the utmost importance. And I'll give you a couple of good examples. Core banking transformation, or I like to call heart surgery, is not for the faint of heart, right? You really got to want it. You got to want it to be successful, and you want to be able to do it. And I think with that methodology, you need buy-in from the top on down, because it isn't just about the technology changing from a old core banking system, i.e. Hogan, to something new, whatever that is, right? It's really about transformation of the business processes that the bank is undertaking today. Who here, by show of hands, was around in year 2000-ish when we did stuff with the tellers and the branches? We changed systems, right? Do you remember the tellers when we said we're going to take them from green screen to Windows? Does anybody remember that screaming and crying that happens? There was some kicking, some sort like that. It's that kind of methodology we have to understand. You're really changing how the bank does things, all the way from the operations group, all the way to how the tellers use the system, all the way to the clients interacting with our accounts. So that business transformation has to be bought in from the top on down. Technology is code. We'll figure out the technology. There's a lot to that. And I said Dave would probably yell at me for saying this, but you know, technology is important. We have to figure that out. But without that business buy-in from the top down and the ability to want to change the DNA of the bank, it will not work. It just will not work.